Martin, what's the sort of feeling heading into this, where it's at least a simple scenario for you? You know, you win the game and you go through.
Yeah, well, we've for whatever it is, we put ourselves into this position, but we have to win the game. It's as simple as that. And if we do win the game, we can get through. It's not as easy as that. We have. I've had a look at them, and despite their recent records, these boys can play. You know, they're definitely a very decent side, coming here with nothing to concern themselves, just probably thinking, let's go out and enjoy it. And that's a danger in itself. But they can play. You give them an opportunity, and they will cause you problems. They played against a very, very talented Porto side, and should have won that game. And so perhaps maybe they drew it, but that was their own disappointment. Anyway, it's but as you say, it's set up. We have to try and win. But winning football matches is not easy for us.
There's so much attention on the title race domestically at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But when these roll around, is it a reminder of just how important European football is to you as well? And I take it you put that every bit as much of a priority.
Well, we've not. Yeah, I have. You know, in the sense the European matches are important, and it would be nice to get through to a knockout stage if we could do that. And I think sometimes the more the European games you can play, if you can afford to do it, is you can learn so much from it. I mean, my own views in the 3 matches that I've played in Europe. You know, learning each time. Teams with different formations, all that type of stuff, strengths, weaknesses, and it's great. It's a great old experience for some of the younger lads as well too.
We've spoken many times this month about that juggling act of going big game, back to questions about the squad, big game, back to questions. Could you give us the latest update?
I thought you were going to throw transfers in there as well too. So go for the 3 of them.
What's the latest? Any movement? Anything close? I know it can't impact things for tomorrow, but.
Have we put out a statement in this one? No? We haven't put a statement yet.
You're the statement maker on these ones.
Okay. Yeah, we, on a serious note, we obviously, I think I said to you a number of times, we need to strengthen the squad. It's what we're trying to do. And whether we have anybody in for Sunday, I don't know. But we are making strenuous efforts to improve the team.
You've said before you're a warrior. Does it get to a point where you're worried that you don't get the players in that you need?
Me, I wish I was your age, young man, but I tell you, I worry all the time. You know, I worry. I've worried all my life, so it hasn't done me any good, but I have worried.
So you're not worrying any more about potential lack of...
It's an impossibility to worry more. I worry to the nth degree.
Fans might be getting worried now at this stage in the window. You sympathise with that?
I'm worrying for them as well. You know. So.
From the discussions that you've been having about transfers behind the scenes, do you feel those are promising at the moment?
I'm hoping. And again, and genuinely, I think that we can do something. Yeah, definitely can. And I know it's days are pressing and things like this here, and that's very, very obvious. But I'm hopeful.
Is it even more important if you manage to get through this round of the competition? There will be more games to be played. That you need that quality, but you also need a deeper squad because it will be more midweek games again.
You're absolutely right. That's exactly what we do. If we were lucky enough to get through, you know, you're going to play at least a couple of games then, and there's no midweek break. That's the problem. So you don't get a chance to do anything. It's just game rest, and you do need a proper squad for that. Not that it was something that was discussed after the game in Bologna, but I felt that I thought with the red card in the game at Hearts, I thought we stuck it out. We stuck it out as much as anything else. But the team were out on their feet.
Celtic should always be aiming, as you know, to get as far in any competition as possible. Do you feel if you get through tomorrow night, you get the names in that you want over the next few days, that you can make a real dent in this competition?
That's a good point. I'm genuinely I'm not sure, and I think that would really depend on reinforcements coming in and the quality of reinforcement. I think I said to you before last week, you know, you can get people in, and I could get numbers in whether that improves the squad or not is a separate thing. So we're trying to get as much quality as we can, if it's possible, but we actually need both. But I think we do need the numbers as well.
What's been the biggest stumbling block, Martin, to getting those players in that you want?
I think, well, first of all, I think taking in more general terms, January transfer window is exceptionally difficult. It always has been. I've known this here when I was in the Premier League, and it's a difficult market, and particularly ones where you maybe are wanting some permanent deals, and you think you might have had more time in the summer to think about it. From my own viewpoint, I was not thinking about a January transfer window between Christmas and January. It wasn't on my agenda. I was looking forward to just going down and watching the occasional game, and so it's come here now. There's lots of names have been put forward, lots of people that I've taken an interest in. One or two have been thwarted. There's no question about that. But but we're still really working on it. So it's the general thing, January transfer window. Secondly, it's the players that you might want. I wonder could the opposition allow them to come? Sorry, I don't mean opposition. I mean the other clubs allow the players to go. And secondly, then the demand of a price.
You mentioned you didn't have your eye on the January window during the time you weren't here, but I think fans will point to the fact or hope that the club would have had their eye on these players. Mm-hmm. And Gordon mentioned worry. I think some of that worry is turning to anger at this point that we're a week left and still the club are yet to spend a penny. I just wonder, do you understand their frustration, their anger, and why it has come to this point and still the reinforcements are not in the door that you want or need?
Well, I think that's the case. I think for the transfer window, there's a certain length of time. It's January. After January, it's all over. So, and there's an anxiety. I don't know whether there's an anger there. If you're telling me that's there, then I take your word for it. But there would be an anxiety, a worry, getting back to it, that we get the players in. But I'm confident, or reasonably confident, that we can do it.
Your home game, your first home game in Europe again. How much are you looking forward to that, and your memories since the last time?
Well, it's a long time ago. Naturally, I'm looking forward to the game. Would like to win it if we can. Won't be easy for us, but just to experience another European night at Celtic Park was something that was a distant memory for me. Halfway through October, and in actual fact, probably halfway through December.
How's the injuries looking for tomorrow? How's it if you go back?
Obviously Hatate will miss the game because he's suspended for that, and so some of the lads, we would be. We're okay. We're okay. We think there's a couple of knocks and things like this here that the boys are having to get over, but we're okay. Of course. Yes, he's trained. Yeah, he's available for selection. No problem. Thank you. All right.